What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the second video of today. As you can tell with the Celtic shirt, this might go out tomorrow for me. Hopefully this will go out on Wednesday night, but if not, it'll be out on Thursday night. So I'm recording this later on in the day after recording my Impact review earlier. And I just want to talk about my new favourite singer, Bad Bunny. I like Bad Bunny. I knew of him since the Royal Rumble. I've become a fan. Music is quite stonky, especially Booker T. So a song just gets fucking stuck in your head and you keep listening to it. It's so good. But I'm not here to talk about my love of Bad Bunny, my newfound love of Bad Bunny. I'm here to talk about specifically the wrestling world's reaction to his involvement in the Royal Rumble. He performed at the Royal Rumble, got involved in the Royal Rumble match, was there on Raw again. And sort of like put over Damien Priest on his ascension to the main roster. Both dudes, I know Damien Priest is of Puerto Rican descent. Bad Bunny is from Puerto Rico. So, he put over, guy from the same place as him on, his couple days there. But I've seen a lot of people not happy about Bad Bunny being in WWE. And I just want to talk about it. Talk about, just why everyone, complaining about this realistically needs to get a fucking grip. A big thing I'm seeing a lot of people getting out with is, why would you bring in a celebrity that's not going to be there every week? You're just doing this for a short-term ratings boost. And yeah, WWE have done that in the past. Remember all the guest host stuff? They wanted, to get in people who sometimes weren't fans of wrestling, to have them on the TV, to then go, look, come back next week and Bob Barker will be there. Or that dude who, I don't remember who it was, but some guy said Summerfest instead of SummerSlam. But Bad Bunny's quite clearly not that. One, he's admitted many times he's a wrestling fan. Two, he's got a song named after Booker T, so I think, that's a smart decision to get this dude in. Three, did you see how enthusiastically, how quickly he hopped up to that top rope at the Royal Rumble to jump off onto Miz and Morrison? Like, my guy went up there and was buzzing to be up there. All he's been doing for the past few days on social media has been posting clips and photos of his time in WWE. There was put a screenshot of him and Damien Priest on a story, at Damien Priest shouting him out. Just doing so much to put over the fact he was in WWE, and he's clearly a massive fan and he's so excited to be there. So this idea that they've just brought in a singer because he's popular to boost ratings, when people are saying he clearly doesn't care about the product, he very obviously does. And to say that he doesn't just means you're just being willfully ignorant. Just because you don't like him, you want to act like he doesn't like wrestling, so you think you've got a high ground, but you don't. Second of all, I guess people are saying this because they don't like his music and they think, they think that wrestling should all be about punk and metal and cool guy music. Like, what we listen to guitars. Okay, you listen to that. Not everyone listens to that. They talk about Limp Bizkit and Motorhead and Saliva and all these bands playing back in the day at wrestling shows. Yeah, okay. And Motorhead doesn't fit in with all that crowd that you're talking about, because they're this genuine legendary band who sound nothing like bands like Saliva and shit like that. And they're there a lot of the time because Triple H became friends with them. These bands like Saliva and Limp Bizkit, they were playing when bands like Saliva and Limp Bizkit and nu metal was popular. Right now, it's not popular. So why would they do it? I get it for NXT. NXT's become, especially NXT takeovers, have become the spotlight for up-and-coming punk, metal and hardcore bands. And that's great. But that's not what main roster WWE's doing. If you want cool underground and up-and-coming punk and metal bands, go and watch an NXT show, man. Code Orange played, oh my god, what's that band? That other band that played at TakeOver New Orleans. Oh, they sang Lord of Flies and they got another really, really good song. Kane Hill played there before they got big. You got all these bands playing, like Poppy played at a takeover. So, why are you... They're if that's what you want, they're down there. But WWE is about drawing in a bigger audience. Another thing I want to mention is the Cardi B interaction from a few weeks ago. She was mentioned on TV and then she tweeted, what's going on, what's happening in wrestling with me? And they showed her, she's like, oh man, this is sick. I used to watch Raw all the time, loved Eddie Guerrero, loved this dude, loved that dude, loved WWE. Cardi B showed love to WWE. And I don't like Cardi B's music, I don't. But if I hear Cardi B's going to be on Raw, on Miss TV, I'm like, fucking yes, get her on Miss TV. Because people will tune in to Raw to watch it. Because there's a mainstream celebrity there. But almost instantly, wrestling fans, and specifically Lacey Evans, at a second that wrestling was nearly cool because of Cardi B, just fucking snatched that away by... The thing about Lacey Evans, everyone was like, oh, she was just being her job, doing her job, being a heel, trying to work an angle with Cardi B. What in what world? She was just starting shit to try and get herself over on the internet. If Seth Rogen tweeted, man, Monday Night Raw, that was cool. Remember watching wrestling back in the day? I love Eddie Guerrero. And then, who's the top heel on Raw? Rollins on SmackDown. AJ Styles. I'm not saying Lacey's the top heel by any stretch of the imagination, but imagine if a guy like Seth Rogen or John Krasinski tweeted that, hey, remember the Attitude Era? Remember I used to watch wrestling back when I was a kid? That was fun. Thank you, WWE, for being around, I guess. And then, like, AJ Styles just went, oh, well, the office is shit, John Krasinski, so why don't you show up to Monday Night Raw and I'll slap you about. That's what Lacey Evans did. Unprovoked. People... A lot of wrestling fans have the mentality and attitude of metal fans. They go, why does no one like this thing that I like? It used to be very, very popular when I got into it. But they don't ever want to embrace the change. You know, oh, wrestling's not flippy guys. Wrestling's real men. Wrestling's not this, wrestling's not that. Oh, you like wrestling? Okay, tell me your 17,000 favourite matches. Oh, you don't have that many? You're not a real wrestling fan. That's the attitude a lot of wrestling fans on the internet have. And this stuff with Bad Bunny, I don't get it. But Bad Bunny's got 80 million monthly listeners on Spotify. And, let's just see, Booker T, Bad Bunny, has been viewed 48 million times in a month. That's more people than are going to watch WWE in a year. Bad Bunny formed Booker T at the Royal Rumble, 2.9 million views in 2 days. That's more than, that's more than Raw draws every week by a considerable amount. So if you want to bring this guy with his celebrity and his star in and do something with him to make his fans maybe want to stay, that's cool. But don't shit all over it because you don't like his music or you've never heard of him. Bro, Bad Bunny is probably bigger in Latin America than WWE is in the entire world right now. That's just a fact. And, it's so stressful to see these people gatekeep wrestling and then not understand why wrestling's not growing, despite the fact all they do is gatekeep wrestling. My opinions on gatekeepers are very well known. I think if you gatekeep anything, you're an asshole. You're just a dick. Like, if you gatekeep something that people want to try and get into, whether it's like punk and metal, or if it's wrestling, or if it's even shit, like someone says like a movie, and you're like, oh, well, have you seen this movie? That's better. Like, me. Gatekeepers also the same. Me. Just all the pish. At least AEW fans, and I'm not trying to say, oh, AEW fans are better, but for the most part, what I've seen is the AEW audience is so much more receptive to cross-marketing with mainstream celebrities. A lot more people are open to Snoop Dogg being on Dynamite and Tyson being on Dynamite and Shaq about to wrestle Cody. A lot I've seen as a percentage. There's obviously people who aren't happy about this, but I've seen so much more like tweets positively about Snoop and Shaq and Tyson being on Dynamite than I have about like the possibility of Cardi B being there or Bad Bunny at the Rumble. I just don't get it. Like, why, if you want something to grow, if all you do is complain that no one likes wrestling anymore, you're the reason no one likes wrestling if you're doing this shit. It really stresses me out because one thing as well, so many people are saying, oh, this is WWE clearly just getting another celebrity for no reason. But he's a massive fan and you can tell that. You can tell that he's a huge fan. It's not like they brought in that dude that said Summerfest to pop ratings. Bad Bunny's a big fan who quite clearly wanted to do this. They've made a star in Damien Priest. Like, obviously, Damien Priest, Punishment Martinez, whatever you want to call him, has the ability to be the biggest star in that company, without a doubt. But give him that like launching pad that, you know, so many people will have went, oh, that Bad Bunny, he was at the Royal Rumble. What was going on at the Royal Rumble? Who's this Damien Priest guy that he's now friends with? If I'm getting back into wrestling and I'm that person, I now have a connection to Damien Priest, because Bad Bunny's not going to be there every week, but Damien Priest is. And, I don't know, I feel like I had to come on here and talk about how everyone with that mentality is just an idiot, fucking loser. Like, more of a loser than wrestling fans already are. You're like the biggest loser within wrestling fandom. So if that's you, me, I don't like his music, right? Me. I don't know who he is. 80 million. Fuck off, dick. That's all for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. If this comes out the night I film it, which hopefully I can get it uploaded, I've just had weird issues with uploading lately, well then I'll see you tomorrow for a Dynamite review, and if not, well I might make another video for the weekend, so I'll see you then. Either way, I'll see you next time.